Did you know that Aquaphor and Vaseline have been used as a primer in Hollywood for decades and decades? I personally haven't seen anyone use this on actresses in my career, but it was always talked about as an age-old Hollywood secret. Marilyn Monroe herself used Vaseline. So I'm gonna do one half of my face today with an Aquaphor primer and one half with the new One Size Secure the Sweat. I'm glad you're here. Hi, welcome back to my channel. I'm Michelle Spieler. I'm a third-year professional makeup artist. I'm the creator of Mature Makeup Masterclass. I created it because I saw a hole in mature education on social media, and it has 23 videos on mature technique, ranging all products, all budgets, and I think you need it. So go check out the intro video anytime. I always list it in my description. If you don't know how to find a description box or links, click on any video title that you watch and a description box pops down, okay? Today, let's get into it. I want to show you two different primers that can work under any foundation, but also really pretty under cream foundation. And I'm gonna use Seint today, but I love Good Apple, I love Mob Beauty, and I love Cover FX, okay? I have lots of creams because I'm always testing them out. Now, Seint is my favorite. I think I know why too. One, it's super affordable. I love that it's magnetic and goes in a pan, but it has beeswax and lanolin, which are occlusives, so it just really adheres to the skin. It locks in moisture. It stays creamy and radiant. So for those reasons, I really love it. And that's what I'm gonna use today, but you could use any cream foundation to work. So there's a trend going around on TikTok right now, but it's an age-old Hollywood trick. So if you see anyone talking about it or acting like they created this technique, or they don't disclose that they learned this from Scott Barnes, is J-Lo's makeup artist, and he just did a huge video last Thursday on Instagram and TikTok about how he uses Aquaphor under makeup, especially mature women. And he takes a Aquaphor lip balm and he goes under the eyes. And listen, this has been going on for decades and decades in Hollywood. Marilyn Monroe wore Vaseline. I don't know if Aquaphor was around in the 50s, but Marilyn wore Vaseline under her makeup. That was her makeup primer. There was no such thing as a makeup primer. The first makeup primer that I ever remember being on the market was about 2001, 2002. Laura Mercier. She's the first person to market a primer. And let me tell you, it took tons of education and years to educate women on why they needed a primer. What I would tell women is you have to gesso a canvas before you can paint it. If you don't know what that means, a canvas it's cotton. And if you put paint on raw cotton, it just absorbs in, it feathers out, it doesn't sit on top of the canvas absorbs it. So by gessoing the canvas, you're putting a film on the canvas so that the paint adheres to it, stays where you want it to, blends beautifully, and that always helped women understand why a primer was important. So that took years and years and years of educating women on why they needed a primer. So Vaseline was always used in Hollywood as a primer under makeup. And remember, back then, makeup was thicker and cakier. It wasn't uncommon to do pancake makeup on film. Max Factor made probably one of the most used pancake makeups in all of television and film. Remember, back then, film was kind of, it was filmy, right? There was more of an illusion. People looked soft and velvety because it was film. And then when we switched over to high-def cameras around 2004, 2005, it changed the game. Suddenly, Brad Pitt had acne scars. Suddenly, Cameron Diaz had acne scars. I remember seeing a really well-known, well-loved, I forget his name, but he was a newscaster, really handsome. And I remember the first time I walked in, my neighbor had a giant TV, like 60, 70 inches. And I walked in and saw him and I was like, I mean, he had so many pores, so many acne scars. little hairs, you know, but you couldn't see that on film. A high def camera just, to me, ruined everything. I hate high def camera, but I love it for sports, and I love it for nature documentaries, and I love it for a lot of things, but I don't love it for people. So anyway, let's get into this. So here's what you're gonna do. It really does look beautiful, but now, so if you have acne prone skin or you're oily combo, you might not like this. It might feel too greasy for you, and that's okay. It is non-comedogenic, so it's not gonna clog your pores, but it can lock in bacteria. Because think of this as like plastic wrap or saran wrap, right? We're saran wrapping our face. So this can saran wrap your bacteria into your pores. And I wore this 2 days in a row, and I had a little whitehead. Now, whiteheads are easy to pop. I use a Lancet. I don't ever just pop with my fingers, or I'll put a pimple patch on it and it's gone the next day. But it can cause whiteheads in some people. It also can cause milia around the eyes. So if you're prone to milia, you do not want this, because it can cause milia. Also, even if you don't have milia, it can cause milia. I get milia about maybe once a year, and I have my trick to get rid of it. But normally you have to go to an esthetician or a dermatologist to get rid of milia. So I'm just showing you how beautiful this is as a primer, and how 8, 9, 10 hours later, your makeup, you're going to think this is going to be a creasy, smeary mess. It's the opposite. It is the opposite. It is so beautiful. At the end of the day, it looks like you just put your makeup on, especially around the eyes. Okay, the other one I want to do on the other half of my face, and I did this on TikTok, is One Size came out with a Secure the Sweat primer. Secure the Sweat, silicone free. So it's going to work great under Seint. It's going to work great under a lot of makeup. So yeah, Secure the Sweat. Now let's see. Instructions say squeeze a dime-sized drop onto fingers, warm it up, press it onto the skin before makeup. Wait 1 minute so it sets before applying makeup. And let's see if we can see. It's a bunch of different powders and alcohols and glycerin, squalane. So it's gonna hydrate. It's gonna have humectants. There's some polymers in here to lock it in. Niacinamide. You've got some. You got tocopherol. So you've got your vitamin E. You've got some zinc. You get it, right? You get it. It's going to, and it works, because yesterday I wore this. I put on makeup. And I did my friend Leah's French face as my concealer and my foundation. I went to the gym. I did a 45-minute workout. I came home. It was 87 degrees out. I walked my dog. The pavement was safe. Don't worry, he was safe. Walked my dog for about 15 minutes. Waited a few hours, had dinner, went up, showered, hot, humid shower, did not take my makeup off. And then I came down to look close up in a magnification mirror, and both sides looked so good. Then I could take my makeup off. But this is excellent. I think this is going to be the ticket for summer, ladies. Okay, so I'm going to put this on first, because it says to give it time to set. And I even put it under my eyes yesterday. Now, because this is a primer, I'm not wearing my normal SPF. So today I have on this Beekman Hello Sunshine. This is SPF 50 for face and body. I really like it. It's sheer, it's pretty, it did really well yesterday with this over it. Okay, now I'm also going to put it under the eyes. A lot of you can get real sweaty around the eyes. Okay. You can even do the neck if you want, if you get sweaty on your neck. Okay, we're going to let that dry. Now let me wipe it off my hands. Feels good. It has a little bit of a cooling effect. I mean, it's not like a menthol cooling or anything like that. It has a little bit of a cooling effect. And like I said, held up really, really well yesterday. I was very impressed. I literally bought this for my Seint customers because I'm always looking for silicone-free primers that work well with Seint, but also that can help keep makeup on longer. Okay, here we're gonna do Aquaphor, and I'm literally just taking my fingers. You just want a little bit. I'm putting it on kind of sheer. And I like to really concentrate in my areas where I have texture, which is here. I'm not going to put that much. I'm not putting it on the outside of my face, but I'm just blending a little bit down to the jawline, but I'm not putting it on the jawline. And I'm going to go right here. I'm starting, my Botox is wearing off right here, or my Dysport. I do Dysport, not Botox. It's wearing off, so you can kind of see some movement, but I'm not scheduled to go in for another 3 weeks, so that's okay. It's good to get some movement back in our face so our muscles can work. Okay, and then I take a little bit and I go under the eye. What this does is it fills in all the nooks and crannies. It fills in the fine lines. I'm not putting it on thick. I'm telling you, this is thin, 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 thin. But it just kind of fills in pores and wrinkles and texture so that when you put anything on top of it, it just kind of floats on the surface and looks pretty all day, okay? So there you go. And you can see there's more of a glow on this side from the Aquaphor, but this isn't bad either. Like I said, loved them both yesterday. The Aquaphor does cause little whiteheads on me though. I don't like that part. Okay, hold on. I need a... Okay. So, I'm going to go right in to... Where is my... Here it is. I'm going to go right into my foundation, picking up a little bit on my brush, and I like to start in the center of the face and then kind of fan out. You know what I didn't do? I didn't get my blender ready. That's what I need. I need to go get my blender ready. Okay, so I'm doing amber all over. And don't worry, I'm gonna do demi too, because I did Maxine's Revenge yesterday. I did French face yesterday, so today I'm gonna do demi, but I've done demi over it before. This side is also flaking really bad because I did a Mandelic peel on Friday, and today is Wednesday. You can see the flakes caught in my hair. That's so gross. I love the Mandelic peel because there's no downtime. You can wear makeup over the flakiness. No one's really gonna see it unless they get super, super close up to your face. But I've been dealing with very flaky skin the last couple days. Little tiny flakes all over the place. That's what I've been dealing with. But you're not going to see flakes on this side because the Aquaphor kind of pats them down and locks them in, and then you just don't see it. All right, let me look at this in a magnification mirror. Oh my gosh, yeah. Can you see? My goodness, I have so many flakes. Let's see if I can. So many flakes. Is this why it's hard? It's hard for me to do peels often because I film 6 days a week, and that's not fun to see flaky skin under all your makeup. Okay, it's all going away with the blender, which is nice. The blender's getting rid of all the flakes. And again, it's not the primer, it's not the sunscreen. I did a Mandelic peel. Okay, the flakes are gone. I don't look blended though. I look a little patchy. Just being careful because I don't want to, anytime you rub your face, this is why when I was using tretinoin, I would be very careful. I liked this side of the brush because it was like a little bit gentler on the skin. It's just hard because brushes can kind of exfoliate your face if you need exfoliation. Okay, that's a little bit better. It's a little bit better. Okay, so going in now on the Aquaphor side. Pick up a little bit of amber. So I'm blending it the same way as if I just was using any primer in the world. I will say it blends so beautifully into the Aquaphor, it's almost like effortless. It's so pretty. I'm not telling you to go out and get Aquaphor, but if you have it at home and you want to try it one day, you're not going to believe the difference. You're just not going to believe it. It's so beautiful. I'm telling you, 9 hours I had that French face concealer on, and when I went to take it off at night and I looked in my magnification mirror, which you know shows every little detail, that's why I love it so much, it looked like I had just applied my concealer. It looked so fresh and just like I just applied it. Okay, now I'm not going into the eye, but I'm blending the edges of the 3D amber. Oh my gosh, yeah, this is, I don't even have to blend this side because the Aquaphor blended everything. It's really pretty. And just because you are oily or combo doesn't mean you can't try this. You might love this as a primer. You might love it. You might hate it. You won't know till you try. I just like to bring fun. Look at that. That is so pretty. It really blends. It blends in better. It's easier to blend and not a flake in sight. Not a flake in sight, because that Aquaphor goes on and it locks those flakes on so that you can't see it. They just become your skin. It's amazing. Okay, let's do Demi. I have it under both eyes. Here, I'm gonna pause. Okay, I like to break up the video. It's easier to upload. Okay, I'm gonna take some 03 and I'm gonna go right where I'm purple and pink, or purple and blue. And again, the Aquaphor, it's like it blends itself as you put it on. As you're applying it, it just blends itself. It's remarkable. Look at that. Crazy. Okay, let's see how it does on the one skin, because I did not do Demi over one skin yesterday. Okay, so Demi's just blending how it normally would on this side, which is good. We want it to blend normal. I mean, listen, the Demi is wax based, so it already has occlusives built into it. Okay, so there it is over one skin. not one, I keep saying OneSkin, it's One Size. One Size. I work with the brand OneSkin for the peptide cream and the body cream, so I keep saying OneSkin, but it's One Size. Also, I have some little dents on my nose for morning readers. This is 01. I'm putting 01 over that. Okay. And then I'm going to do a little Y01 around my nose to get rid of the pink and red. Okay. And then let's see how the NR1 looks under the eye, because we don't need much, and it's going to blend right in to the Aquaphor. Well, that's nice. When you put on the NR1, if you find that you don't see it, that's good. That means it's disappearing as you blend it on, because NR1 is not that much darker than our skin, but it's just going to neutralize red, and it's going to lighten darks but deepen lights. So if you're one of those person that you have a really light under eye area, NR1 will help deepen that a little bit. And then for women who have like the more of the dark dent but with the little puffy bag, the NR1 can help balance that. Okay, it's not going to help in light and dark situation because you're always going to see the dent and the little puffy bag, but it can kind of knock back the bag, and then it can kind of highlight the dent, so it kind of balances it. And that's why I love the NR1. I tell so many women to get NR1 because it just kind of balances the under eye. Now that's for Caucasian women, obviously. NR1 is not going to work for deep olive skin or black women, but I have other tricks for that. That's why it's good to get the free color match, because I can look at your under eyes and really determine what you need. Okay, so there you have it. That's all we're doing today. We're going to keep it really brief. Again, I did this yesterday. I did a 9-hour test. Of course, it was French face, but French face has occlusives in it, so it's similar to cream makeup, but both sides looked gorgeous at the end of the day. This side was more gorgeous. Aquaphor was more gorgeous. The concealer looked like I just applied it 9 hours later, and I worked out, I walked my dog, and I took a hot shower. It still looked great. I do have more flakes on this side. Even looking in the mirror right now, I can see a few flakes here and there from the Mandelic peel. There's no downtime to the Mandelic peel, but I do a Mandelic peel. I like to do them on Fridays, and then I try not to wear makeup Saturday and Sunday just to kind of let my skin really heal. And then around Monday, Tuesday, all the little flakes start, and you're gonna see them. And so I use the Sonia Roselli Sex Appeal to gently get rid of them, but that's not gonna get rid of them in one day. You're gonna keep sloughing. That Mandelic peel is gonna keep sloughing your skin. And then I find at about a week, like probably by tomorrow, which is Thursday or Friday, all these flakes will be gone. So I would say it's about a week until the flaking stops, but you don't have flaking the first few days. So the first couple days you're okay. You might have some tightness, but again, I use Sonia Roselli skincare and a little Aquaphor or emu oil to lock on the skincare and heal it. And then when I do start to wear makeup, you're gonna really start peeling around day 3, 4, 5, maybe even up to 6 and 7. But again, you can put makeup over it and you can go out into public, and unless someone's really close to you and has young eyes, they're probably not gonna see your flakes. Or on the days where you're flaky and you don't wanna look flaky, now you know the Aquaphor trick. It kind of locks those flakes. There's not a single flake anywhere on the side of my face. So I know that this wears really well because I've tried it now for 2 days, but I did get a whitehead. Last night I had a whitehead right here, so I went to sleep with a pimple patch on, and I woke up and it was fine, it's gone. Let's see real quick. Yeah. It's just amazing. It just kind of like the demi just floats on top of it. And you would think moving around and squinting and you would just think that this would crease like crazy, but it doesn't. It just floats on the surface, and anything you put on top of it floats on top of that. So it's kind of amazing. And so why don't you try it and let me know what you think. But for my gals who get real sweaty, or you don't even have to wear this with makeup. You can just wear this alone over sunscreen in the summer just to stop the sweat. It's really remarkable, and it's getting great reviews over on TikTok. So I bought it on TikTok Shop. They didn't give this to me. I bought it on TikTok Shop to try literally for my Seint clients. This is the only thing in the video today that was given to me. And what I want to say is people can get confused. SPF is your last step of skincare. So do all your skincare, wait a minute or two for it to absorb in, do your SPF, okay? Wait a few minutes for this to set. And then primer is your first step in makeup. Last step in skincare, first step in makeup, okay? That's the rule on sunscreen and primer. People can get confused. I get it. That's why I love the Naked Sundays. I don't have it here. I love the Naked Sundays because it has your moisturizer in it. It's a full SPF from Australia, so they don't mess around. It's an SPF 50. And then they put the tiniest bit of tint in there to make it kind of beige. And then it has a primer built in. So it's kind of your one step. So that's why Naked Sundays is my favorite. But I couldn't wear I didn't want to wear primer under primer. And I didn't want to wear it under Aquaphor. So that's why I tried this, and this is lovely. I'm really impressed with that. Okay. So there you have it. Aquaphor, you don't even have to get a tub. I bought the tub for putting around my hairline when I do my roots, locking my face after a peel. I love Aquaphor. But you could buy it in a tiny little tube, and a little goes a long way. You saw how little I use. So what do you think? Will you try it? Do you get sweaty in the summer? Are you interested in a sweat-free primer? Or are you interested in this old Hollywood secret? Remember, it's been around forever. So if you see anyone on YouTube talking about Vaseline or Aquaphor as a primer as though they created that, just know they're just puffing themselves up. It's been around forever. Joan Collins is in her 90s. She uses it as a primer. And I know this because my friend Helena does her hair. So a lot of people trying to take credit for age-old Hollywood secrets. Scott Barnes doesn't, though. He's not claiming to have come up with that. He just uses it, and it works great. And I mean, look at how beautiful J-Lo's skin always looks. So now we know she's probably always coated with Aquaphor before he does her makeup, and she looks fantastic. So if it's good enough for J-Lo, it's good enough for us, right? Okay. I don't know what I'm going to be doing Saturday because it's Memorial Day weekend, and I don't think a lot of people are going to really be watching much content over the weekend, but maybe I'll do a fun little makeup. I do have flower beauty, so maybe I'll do a little flower beauty, talk about some cute things they sent me and do flower beauty, because I've never done a flower beauty video, and I used to buy flower beauty years ago at Walmart. And I really loved it. So maybe I'll do flower beauty this Saturday. We'll see. It's anyone's guess. I'll see you back Saturday. I just want to leave you with this. I love you. I'm so happy you're here. God loves you. I want you to know that always. And I will see you Saturday. Happy Memorial Day weekend.